Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing 5 different Happy Mail project ideas, and these are all from projects that I have completed in June. First up, cozy home and garden theme. So this is a flat mail flip book that I've put together, inspired from one that I saw over on Sandy's channel, which is Septeria 18, and I'll put a link to that below. I have used a combination of papers that I've printed myself, digital papers, as well as some papers from Okie Dokie from DCWV, which I think stands for Die Cuts with a View brand. So I've put together this little enclosure with the eyelet and made a little flap with a cut apart journal card, popped a little tag in there with some die cuts, and yeah, I love this sort of little houses and plants, and on this page I've got some teacups and floral bits. So I've got some tea here with a buzzy bee and some birds, and under this journal card I have some seeds for cup and saucer flowers. So this one I'm have sent to someone who I know enjoys gardening and flowers and these sorts of pastel colours. Well, I hope they will like it anyway. Here I've made a little hidden paper clip embellishment with a secret fastener and a little pocket with some tags, and you can see that just tucks in under that flower, and there's the paper clip on the back. And then on the bottom I have made a little tag embellishment I've just got it paper clipped in there. In this pocket I have the letter, and in this little tuck spot I've laminated this card with some ribbon on it with gardening themes, and put some washi tape, which is all flowers and colours in the theme. So I don't know about you, but I'm always looking for new flat mail ideas, because with postage restrictions tightening up in recent times, it's made it a little bit more challenging. So most of the projects here are pretty flat. This I've made a little pocket on the back with another journaling card and some alphabet stickers, and with this flap from the other side, instead of gluing it down, I just glued down one side and made another little tuck spot for this tag with some metallic thread that I've wound around, because I know this person enjoys making embellishments and things, and it's nice to I've only tried a couple of times with that metallic thread, but it's nice to experiment. And then I've just got this ribbon so that I can tie the project together and try to make it as flat as possible. The second one, project 2, grungy chic theme. So here I've tried making a tag flip book, and it's I've made it using, I think it's called something like the endless binding, or endless flip binding, or something like that, but you use washi tape and you kind of alternate the spots, and it's a little hard to explain. You might be able to see where I've got the washi tape there with the flip book. And I've just made lots of pockets, and I've really grunged it up. But I've tried to keep it pretty as well, with lots of floral elements and like wallpaper and some sort of vintage style ladies and so forth on it. I was a bit worried that it had gone a bit too grungy, but I think it's still got enough pretty to be pretty. So I made lots of little pockets and things in this tag. Now this one's a bit thicker. It's got these wax seals that I made in there as well, which I finished with some, I think they call it like gilding cream or something. But this one's going domestically, so the thickness is there, a bit more generous with the thickness than when you're sending internationally. And to go along with that, I also made a decorated matchbox, which I grunged up, and I used some die cuts and things in there, which I heat embossed, and that's with that new foundry wax, that Tim Holtz foundry wax. So yeah, it's quite fun to try. Project 3, Spring Summer Windows theme. So I tried to keep this one as flat as possible, and I made my own rigid mailers using a Weetabix box, which is what I very boringly have for breakfast most days. Sometimes I really mix it up and have porridge. Wow. But the Weetabix box, because it's got the white cardboard on the inside, it does actually make for 2 very nice DLX sized rigid mailers. And the DLX size envelope is our sort of maximum sized envelope for the minimum international letter postage fee, if you can make sense of that, if what I just said. But it's restricted with the thickness. You can only be under 5 millimeters, so I try to maximize the floor area and minimize the width when I'm sending international mail. So I've been saving that window paper for a while because it's so cute with the little windows, and I've used a window die cut from Cheery Letters and this girl sticker from Pisco Letters. And inside I'm going to put these 4 little envelopes I've made with this vellum paper that I embossed. And in this first one I've just typed out on my typewriter some sort of sentiment strips, which are great for putting on happy mails or as journal prompts, or you know, that sort of thing. And I'm just closing each of the envelopes with washi tape so I don't have to add to the bulk with a flap that goes over, and that should keep everything from falling out in transit. Well, I'll take you through the different goodies that I've put together for this mail. And this mail I'm sending in 2 parts. So I'm putting this folder with these 4 little envelopes full of goodies and the letter in one envelope, and then in my other envelope I'm going to put in a selection of interesting papers, like interesting textured papers and embossed papers and die cut and so forth. But I'll show you that shortly. So these interesting stickers, I've sort of labelled them quirky stickers, are from my antiquarian sticker book, and I've fussy cut them out. If you haven't seen a flip through of the antiquarian sticker book, there are quite a few on YouTube. You can have a look. There are some really, really beautiful stickers in the book. In fact, lots of beautiful stickers. Some very odd stickers, and some that are quite frankly slightly disturbing. So here I've chosen ones that I think my pen pal will enjoy but are a little bit quirky, and I have fussy cut them out for her. Now here I've sent along a brass charm. It's of a postcard because she is an avid pen pal enthusiast as well, and it's just sort of smudged a bit. It's on a waxed cotton string. It's just sort of smudged a bit on the card. So anyway, it's only wax. So that was just a paper, some stickers there, and I've just put some of those that Nouveau glossy accents or over the top to make it shiny and a bit dimensional. So here I'm spreading out my envelopes, trying to find I'm sort of feeling how full each one is, and I'm trying to make sure that I spread them out so when they overlap, that really sort of minimizes the bulk of the mail. And I'm just sticking them down with some washi tape, so if my pen pal would like to reuse the paper or reuse the folder, or she can. But of course, I can't help myself, and I think, that bottom left hand corner looks a little neglected, so I just layer a few little elements there and put a little message in that corner just to brighten it up a little. So under that lacy strip on the side there, that's where I tuck my letter. And I've also stuck down the wheat bix. I've stuck down the girl with some thin foam tape just to elevate it off the page a little, so I can slide some twine around the folder to just help flatten it out as much as possible. By decorating the envelopes, you can often add to the bulk of it as well. So for a lot of my international mails, I have started using stamps to decorate the envelopes. Sometimes I've painted on it with watercolor paints, or just use decorative paper rather than doing collage or sticking a whole lot more layers, because of course the international mail is 5mm, which can add up pretty quickly if you're not careful. So here I am just going through and stamping on the Wheat Bix mailer. And there's the address label, so I'm just gonna stick that on, and of course, because once again I can't help myself, I'm just adding a couple of tiny bits of washi tape as decoration. Yep, so that's where I'm putting my letter, tucking into there. So you can see I've made it a very snug fit because I'm trying to maximize my real estate with those postage dimensions, but you can see how flat it is putting into that rigid mailer. And here is my collection of papers that I'm sending my pen pal, also with a mix of vintage illustrations and some Japanese papers, some memo notes, some letterpress labels, and a selection of die cut and embossed papers. In the end, I end up wrapping it with a paper doily and decorating the doily and wrapping the whole lot together with some very, very thin twine, just to make sure that it stays as flat as possible. So do you pen pal? Do you happy mail? Are you a post crosser? Do you participate in old-fashioned snail mail with the stamps and going to the mailbox, etc.? Or do you just enjoy watching videos about it? Because, you know, I do too. I like doing it, but I like watching videos about it as well. Some happy mails are really quite ornate, and I think, gosh, how did they make that? That's so amazing. That would take me weeks to make. So yeah, I'm a big fan of just nice, simple, flat projects. So here's a bit of an overview of what I popped in the envelopes at the end, and there's my paper bundle wrapped up, and there's the twine going underneath the sticker there. So my next project was a couple of little winter themed collaged postcards, just to say thank you. And it was really hard to try and come with like a winter palette that wasn't Christmassy. So let me know if you think I managed that. Project 5, something different for me. I tried a kit, which I have never done before. This one is from Victoria Designs, and she has it free on her YouTube. Like, you have to click through a link and send your email, and then she sends you the kit, and then you print it out, and then you cut it out, and then you can follow the video to make the kit. Simple. But her instructions are excellent, and I'm not sure if I would do this all the time, but it's certainly a good way to get some different ideas about different ways of putting things together. And once you have the template for a kit, there's nothing stopping you using your own papers or printing digital papers or whatever to pick and choose different elements from it. So yeah, there's lots of interesting flaps and folds and winding things, and I put an envelope there that I had with some stickers and things in it. But here's another pocket. I'm going to put my letter in that pocket. And this one folds out the other way, and there's this pocket on the left, so I popped in some tickets and things, and then these two sort of diagonal, zigzag, overlapping, whatever you want to call it, pockets under that. And this closes with this sort of fun twiny wraparound enclosure with these brads. So yeah, not for international postage, definitely a domestic one. Domestic, we're allowed up to 2.5 centimeters. So this one being a little bit thicker is definitely domestic use only. But yeah, it's really interesting project, and definitely a good place to start if this sort of thing interests you, but you don't really know how to start, where to start. And so I think that's it for my projects. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.